Stephen Harrison and David Garrett fans do as well, but one name that we keep hearing reoccurring, at least today, was Terrence Sweeney. Can you talk a little bit about what he's brought, and then is there any other guy that stands out to you off the board, maybe?
Terrence is explosive. He's got great speed. I think when we had our pro timing day, he ran the fastest 40. And he's a young guy that's learning how to compete. To me, if you're going to play the style of play we're going to play, you need a guy with his ability, his toughness, and if you're going to have a chance to be good, your seniors have to play their best football. We've talked an awful lot about that. He's a guy that I think continues to work at it to get better. He was outstanding in our testing, running tests yesterday. As far as anybody else, we're just trying to develop as a group. Obviously, the names you hear about are Tyson and Emmanuel Lemire. But if they're going to be the kind of guys we need them to be and want to be, they got to get better every day. Sometimes there's a perception that they've arrived, but they can all get better. I don't think there's anything they can't improve upon, and that's my job to try to bring that out. But as a coach, it's great to have players like that because you need something to start with.
How competitive is that battle there for that cornerback spot?
It's highly competitive. I think that's the only way you can get better. One of the things that hinders you as a coach is when there's not competition. And sometimes when you have established veterans, a guy just assumes that they've inherited the job, and I don't like that. I never have. I've always tried to create competition. I've been luxury. When I was at San Jose State, we had 3 guys that drafted in the National Football League, and every year I hoped and prayed that they both tried to compete. All 3 of them tried to compete to be their very best, and I tried to create an opportunity that if you didn't, you were going to get beat out. And I think that's the way you improve as a football team, and particularly in the secondary.
What's it like for you coming into a spot where you've got Emmanuel and Tyson already back there, guys who are considered anchors to that defense?
Well, it's nice, but I think that what they have to understand is we have to perform at a higher level. We have to be better than we were, and that's any group that I've coached. So I think that if I'd come in here and these guys were ranked #1 in the country in pass defense, you'd think that we've inherited a group that obviously is talented, and they've been there, done that, so to speak. This group's a long way away from where we want to be, but I think they got a chance to get there because they're willing to work.
Could you talk a little bit about the linebacker? Obviously, you lost a couple of starters there. Plus, I guess Cadero's moved back to end now. Do you feel like you have some depth there?
Well, I think we do. I'm working with the secondary. Every day I come out here, I try to learn something more about the guys that I'm coaching.
Yeah.
But there's enough players there. They're going to be really well coached by Chris Kosh.
Right.
Those guys anchor your defense, so to speak. You win up front. Your linebackers are the tough guys to get you in the right situation. But there's certainly enough guys. There's enough competition to bring out the best in one another.
What do you think you bring to the staff as a coach that wasn't maybe as different than what's been here before?
I know what I bring. I know I'm passionate about the game. I know, I've been fortunate to be around a lot of great players, but I think they'd all tell you that I've helped them. I understand the game. I love pass defense. It's something that I've been fortunate to be around a lot of great football coaches, guys that had an emphasis on winning, and winning and losing a lot of times boils down to the guys in the secondary. I often talk about them on a daily basis about, a guy can play 70 football plays and, he has 5 bad ones, and if you play up front or inside, those 5 bad ones don't haunt you. If you had those same numbers in the secondary, most of the time the scoreboard lights up. So there's a lot of pressure. I understand the pressure. I understand what it takes to play that position. It's not easy. I think it's, on every play you're challenged, in a lot of different ways. And 9 times out of 10, you line up across from particularly at corner, the best guy the opponent has. It takes a special guy to play out there. And, been fortunate, as I said, to be around a lot of great coaches that's try to mold the guy that I've wanted to become. But all along, you can't lose sight of what you are as a football coach and as a man. And that's the thing I've always tried to stay true to.